Welcome back to Skydog Reviews. Today we got a bunch of new caps for you in the reviews. And I do want to apologize for my loyal viewers. I know there's one or two of you out there. It's been a few months since I put one of these out. A lot of things going on. Not horribly busy outside of work, but if you work in the airline industry, the summer is like having the holiday season for like 2 months straight. So been a little busy, and I've actually almost made this video about 5 times. I got some more hats in, and then usually that first day off is kind of like a recovery day from work when you get beat down for like 5 days. And then I order some more hats. I'm like, I'll wait till the next hats come in, and then I'll wait till the next hats come in, and I'm like, I'm not buying anymore. I'll make it now, and then they put something new out, and you get some more hats in. It's part of the addiction, folks. That's why I'm here, and that's probably why you're watching this. It's an addiction. I got a lot of these things. I don't think I've crested the the hundreds yet, but I'm pretty close. Maybe after this haul, I might be over there. I haven't counted. But anyway, most of these caps are going to be warm weather caps. It's pretty much what BSCALLY's been putting out. I think my last review was on the Cape Codders. So beginning of the summer release, and I see some Father's Day and some 4th of July and even some August releases sitting here in front of me. So we got quite a few caps to go through. So we'll be doing that here shortly. Let me describe the hat on my head. A little USA cap. We are post-Olympics now. USA had a great run in the Paris Summer Olympics 2024. So kind of a shout out to that. And also I'll be bringing this back in a little later on just to help some folks out to kind of understand some technology in one of BSC's newest caps. So that's why it's not a Scally. It's just a regular old baseball or tennis cap. I do play a lot of tennis. Doesn't look like it, but I do play a lot of tennis. So this is part of my tennis cap collection. So that being said, let's go where we always go. Let's go right into the pricing. I'm going to put a chart right up in this corner here. This is also available on my YouTube page. If you go into the community section, there's this document's in there that way you don't have to zoom in, try to pause, zoom in. It's basically a pricing structure. The normal discounts 10, 15, 20%. It includes the mix and match 3 discount, free shipping. So you can kind of see where the best way to buy the number of caps you're looking to get. Obviously 20% is great, and that usually works, except to certain situations where the mix and match 3 with a free shipping code will work a little bit better. But this chart will explain everything for you. And I've discussed it several times. I'm not going to go through it, but you do get a very quality cap for that money. I know some folks balk at the prices, but I have yet to have any cap wear out. Of course, I have some. They don't wear them very often day to day. I am a daily wearer of the caps, but with the volume I have enough to go a few months rotating caps and never touch the same one twice. Although sometimes I do. A lot of them I just mix and match with what I'm wearing. All right, so that being said, let's get to why hopefully you're here. Let's get to the reviews. As always, I usually start out single panel, work my way down into, or up, I guess you say, the number of panels. In this case, we have 3 styles. We have single, we have some 6 panels, we have some 8 panels. And then I usually go from a lighter weight fabric to heavyweight fabric in each one. Not necessarily always the case, but normally that's how we go through this review order. So you're kind of seeing what I'm going to be doing here, and that way you can kind of understand. There is a method to the madness. There is no antidote to the addiction as far as I'm aware, but there is a method. So let's get on. I'm going to start out some single panels. Bring that back in here later. And the first single panel is a Father's Day release. Something I didn't really pick up on right away. And then it kind of grew on me. And then when the fact we got a single panel on lightweight fabric, I'm like, I have the birdie. You know, the birdie's a lightweight single panel, but they haven't really done a whole lot. So when they put out the dad, bang, this nice, beautiful patchwork cap. And again, I'm not always a big patchwork fan, but you can see this is really well done. Here's the back, you know, you can kind of get an idea of the colors there. I like it. I do wear a lot of navy blues and lighter blues. I do have some grays in my wardrobe, and khaki shorts, you know, khaki cargo shorts, kind of a staple for me, I guess. So this is really good. It matches a lot of things I have. I also love, one of my favorite things, you've been watching the channel, I love that contrast brim. So get that nice sandy contrast brim. And inside, of course, being a special edition, you do have the dad artwork, you know, kind of a play on the cap. Boston Scally, let's go, the dad. So the dad comes in, and it's 70% poly, 30% rayon, so very lightweight. Fits great. Ever since I moved up to the double XL, these lighter caps fit a little bit better in single panel. I have my first several singles in XL, but they were heavier fabric, so that works fine. Like the pub is perfect in XL, but these lighter weight caps really do better going up a size for me, for my head size, just where I fall in the size chart. But this is a great cap. You know, I just wore this the other day to work. Got a compliment in the elevator. A woman said, "Man, what a great cap." Woman I've seen for probably 10 years, never said boo to me. I wore the dad cap, saying hello, saying like, you know, just what a great cap that is. So, you know, it does attract attention. If that's your thing, I usually don't like to attract a lot of attention, but it is a sharp looking cap. I really like it. And like I said, it really goes well with my wardrobe. And I thought it'd be perfectly happy having just the dad. So the dad, or some will call it the Dad 1.0, because this year, Boston Scally came out and introduced the Dad 2.0. So it doesn't say that on the inside, but we got the same lightweight, 70% poly, 30% rayon fabric, nice lightweight single panel again. It does have the patchwork, a little bit different. You still have the navy callouts. You still have the gray, but you get more into the various plaids of gray and tan plaid, but you do have the call out of green. So you have this, you know, shades of green, maybe a little black and a little lighter color patchwork in there into the plaid. So that does add a little bit more green. So I can wear this with, I do have like a couple shirts that are into like a mint green, light aqua. So this kind of opens up a broader range of shirts that I can wear. But man, look at that. You know, another beautiful cap from Boston Scally. Almost identical inside artwork. The dad, you know, it doesn't say 2.0 on the website. It calls it the 2.0. So let's see, I lost my notes there for a second. But you put it on and, you know, another same great fit as the original dad, the same look, the same contrast brim. And, you know, it's just a great cap, you know, so just a little different in styling. So, I mean, you're looking at the almost identical cap, but the style, like I said, that green kind of opens up to a different color palette for what you're wearing. So, you know, just gives you options. And options are always great. So that is the Dad 2.0. This next cap has actually been around a while. I've thought about getting one, never really get into it. And this time of year, it's not really a cap, but I needed to fill out a mix and match 3. I have a lot of caps that come in due to that. It wasn't like a new release or anything like that, but sometimes in the course of my purchasing, I have 2 I really want, and you get that deal, you get that third. So I went in and got my single panel. This one's a little heavier. It's the Hound. So the Hound, yeah, you get that houndstooth pattern. Same pattern across the entire cap. This one is the gray houndstooth, but you can see there's callouts of brown, there's callouts of green, along with the gray in there for the, you know, the background. So this is pretty versatile cap. Now in Texas here, we won't be wearing this in July and August, but man, you know, look at that, just nice quality fabric, great hat. It is does have its own artwork, so it is the Hound. You know, I know a lot of folks out there are dog people. I'm a dog person. So, you know, that kind of helps. You know, always wanted one with like dog artwork, and here it is. And I think I have the perfect pin for this. Just have to find it in my closet with my stack of pins that I've been waiting to put on caps. This may be the cap. Again, 2XL, and like I said, this fits perfectly on my head. Man, a great cap. You know, this will be really good as we get into the cooler months here in Texas, which is unfortunately going to be a few months. Like I said, we're still hitting triple digits today. I know some of you folks live up further north and east, and even in the Northwest have already seen that dip in temperature here in late August, but Texas is still in the triple digits. So this one's probably going to be on the shelf for a few months until they start getting that cool down. But it is a sharp cap, nice single panel, the flat cap style, definitely, you know, trimmed up in the BSCALLY, you know, traditional, like more streamlined style caps. But man, this thing can go with a lot of things. You know, I'm not a big green fan, but as you see, my last two caps do have call-outs of green in there. But there's a lot of things. It even goes well. Like I said, I'm wearing my Bruins 100th year, Brad Marchand jersey, the captain. And, you know, I could probably get away with it with this, even with the colors there. So it's more versatile than it looks. You know, I was pretty surprised when I got it, how versatile it is. You know, just looking on the website, it's a little different, you know, so it's kind of hard to think about what you can wear with it. But it was going to go with a lot more than I originally thought. Another great cap from BSCALLY. The Hound, single panel. So as we progress here, we get into the 6 panels. Initially, I wasn't a big 6 panel guy. I still probably prefer the 8, and you'll notice that in the volume of 8 panels that show up here at the end of the review. But they do make some great 6 panel hats. I do have several now. This one's a new one, came out around the 4th of July, I think just prior. This one is called the Brave. And man, what a nice looking cap. Now, I didn't jump on this on opening weekend, so I did not get the pin. Probably should have, but again, it didn't really appeal to me right away. And then I saw some folks wearing it on the BSCALLY group Facebook page, and it's like a lot of things. You know, it just looks better when you see it out in person on someone's head. On the website, it just didn't seem to have the coloring I wanted, but man, what a great cap. Now this one is just called a poly or a poly blend, and they call it a navy red and white plaid, of course, being 4th of July, right? The red, white, and blue. Design-wise, it's very similar to the trainer. So you have the vent holes all around the cap. Usually, you know, right there in the back 4 panels, the same vent holes. They go all the way through, and as you see, like the trainer, there is no artwork, there is no liner. Those vent caps go all the way through to the light. You have that bright red on the front 2 panels. And again, the other thing, that plaid just continues over every surface of the fabric. But a nice lightweight hat. And actually, like I said, you know, once I saw it on people's heads, it's a beautiful hat. I just didn't see it on the website. We'll get this on. My 6 panels, and you're thinking all my cap sizes, I'm in double XL, and this is no different. But man, what a beautiful cap. I really, you know, like I said, once I got this in hand, I was like, man, I should have bought this and get the pin opening day. But it is what it is. I got the cap. It was still in stock. Again, it was one of those, I'm like, I need another cap for a mix and match 3, and I'm like, I'll try the Brave. Nothing else. It's a good hot weather cap. This is perfect for this time of year. You know, hitting the triple digits, hitting a lot of sun. Really works well. And again, got the patriotic blue, but it's not as bright as some of the other, you know, it's not a very bright red, and it's not really stand out. It's kind of more subtle, but definitely very patriotic look. Being a Boston Red Sox fan, you could have plenty of jerseys and shirts that can match up with this, and it goes perfect. Any team colors, the red, white, and blue, or any patriotic shirts you have, this is going to fit right in. the Brave. This is just a fabulous cap. Again, just like the Hound, was something I wasn't really digging on the website, but now I have it in person. I'm happy to get the Brave. All right, the next cap. I've reviewed several of these. It's nothing new here if you know me. But it's another 6-panel, and probably my favorite fabric of all Boston Scally fabrics. It works in warm weather, not so much to triple digits. It gets a little warm, but it is still a lighter weight fabric. The Sailor. So as you know, I have several Sailors. I love the Sailor. I can probably pop some images up there of several of my Sailors. Some uniqueness of the Sailor: it does have that compass rose and a contrasting color. That's always on the left rear quarter panel. Kind of like a car quarter panel. Left rear panel. Watching too much NASCAR, I guess. Anyway, but this one is in driftwood gray. Now they have this exact fabric on a single panel. My first single panel was in driftwood gray. So I like it, but I just wanted to get the 6 because I do like the Sailor style. When I do, it's one of the hats I wear when I go on cruises. It's a very versatile, very comfortable hat. The cotton twill fabric, again, one of my favorites. The Captain, the Keeper, and the Sailor all use this fabric. It's a great fabric, and like I said, it's probably like a 3-season fabric for me, just because our summers are so hot here in Texas, but I can wear it if I know I'm not gonna be outside. I wouldn't wanna be sitting outside. Waited in line at a cruise terminal in the Mariner Blue one, and you definitely could feel the heat building up. But great looking hat. It's got the Sailor artwork from Boston Scally. I don't have the pins for the Sailors that are available. I like the nice compass rose call out on the back there. Very nice. Not over flashy, but it does have that nice contrast brim. That whole series, with the cotton twill always has a contrast brim. I love that. I love the look. It looks really good. The Sailor, what I really love about it is how it fits on the head. This is probably, one of the best fitting Scally caps going. I mean, for me, at least for my head, this always seems to. Speaking of work, they're calling for overtime. So, but yeah, this is always, one of my best fitting caps. That's why I tend to gravitate towards them a lot, just because it feels so good on the head. It looks good, feels good. It's just a great BSC. I won't go further. I have plenty of Sailor reviews, and I'm probably gonna do a follow-up with all the Sailors at some point. But the Sailor by Boston Scally, great 6-panel cap. In my opinion, everyone that's collecting should have at least one in their collection, if not all of them. They're a great cap. All right, that exhausts the 6-panel. We're gonna dig into the 8 panels, and this will take a little bit longer. We have quite a few to go through, but we're gonna start out. This next hat, a little, I wouldn't call it controversial, but a lot of comments on the pre-release. Just a lot of folks looking at it saying, wow, I don't want to pay $52 for that. There's nothing to that hat. And I get it. I was the same way, and I do not own a trucker, but the trucker cap, when it came out, I looked at it, and for me, it's probably more a product of when I grew up. When, my childhood was mostly spent in the 70s. I was born in the late 60s, and my childhood was in the 70s. And in the 70s, everything was a trucker cap. Everything. You could go to the mall and you could have it, they had the front, you could silk screen, or they'd put sayings on there with like stick-on letters and everything like that. Everything was a trucker cap. When I played Little League Baseball, trucker cap. When I played higher level baseball and, I moved up to the American Legion, trucker cap. JV baseball, trucker cap. So it's like, and it's a me thing. I didn't like the look. I don't have any. I think I might have one I got from Tennis Warehouse. And it's just, it's not me. It vents really well, but in my mind, you know, and it's probably a me thing, I'll associate that with a cheap baseball cap. This next cap, a lot of people have the same opinion of, because they're looking at, oh, it looks like gym shorts, or it looks like this, you know, it looks cheap. I'm not paying $52 for that. So let me introduce it, and we'll go over some of the things. So this next cap is an 8-panel. Just came out. I just got these last week in the mail. It is the Cool Air series. So the Cool Air series, and this one's in dark gray, is a cotton nylon blend. The biggest thing about it, you can see, you can start to see, you know, if I hold it up, you have a lot of holes in there. Those are your vent holes. And, you know, people are thinking this and that, and I know what it is. In the 70s, you had that mesh. You know, you had my soccer jersey, they had that mesh, that holy mesh that was just pure nylon and just holy. And that's what people thought this was. At least I think it's what they thought this was. They thought it was going to be that cheap, you know, nylon mesh. You know, we used to wear the pennies, or like you'd put them over, like when we were scrimmaging, like in soccer or other sports, you put them on, and, you know, because you all have the same jersey. So, you know, it's just, but it's not. It's actually a nice fabric. It has these laser cut holes to allow ventilation, so you allow a lot of that heat out. Doesn't have it on the front, but you can see throughout, like I said, the rest of the panels are covered with these vent holes. Now you go into the inside, and just like the Treasue series, we do not have liners. You can see right through. Hell, you can probably see me through there. And then you have this kind of this moisture wicking liner that's gonna, you know, wick moisture away. So this is a great hot weather hat. Something like this is something I could wear in tennis, you know, if I really wanted to, because it has a lot of those same properties. It's like a performance fabric. Now, we'll get this one on my head again. So like I said, all the same color gray. They just call it a dark gray. Fits great on the head. 8 panels, like I said, it's probably my favorite style. I have the most of them. Fits really good, and 2XL on my head. But we'll get back to what we were talking about. Everybody was like, man, that looks cheap. Well, I'm gonna bring out what I started with. I have this Nike Team USA cap. It's from the Winter Olympics, I believe. But if you look, we have those same laser drilled holes. We have the same laser drilled holes. Now, it's not all over the cap, but it's a very similar feeling fabric to this Nike hat. It's got that same venting technology. It's got that similar moisture wicking band. This isn't a cheap hat. You're not buying this, you know, for a baseball hat. I forget what I paid for it, but I mean, most Nike performance hats like this, you're starting out $45, $50, something like that when they first get released. They make so many that they discount them, so that's usually what I wait for. But this is this is an expensive hat, and it's not even fitted. We're talking, this is an adjustable back. It's not snap, it's Velcro. But this is a high-end performance hat. People have no problem paying for that. This cap is almost identical in construction and fabrics. I mean, I can't say they're 100% exact, but the liner feels the same. The fabric feels the same. You still have those laser drilled cooling holes. So for those out there thinking this is going to be a cheap cap, this is a really nice cap. This is also a really nice cap. It's got that nice features. It's got those laser drilled vent holes, that nice performance fabric, the moisture wicking liner. I'm gonna love this cap. And like I said, I don't know if I'd play tennis in one, but I could. I definitely could. Golf, definitely. This would be a great cap route in the golf course. I have some more that I'm going to show you that are also great out in the golf course, but it is a wonderful cap. I have no problem. I picked up 2 of the 3. I didn't pick up the 3rd in black because I do have a lot of black Boston Scallies, and we'll get that here to a minute. But it is a fabulous cap. The Cool Air in dark gray. Well, of course, I also got the Cool Air in dark blue. Almost looks navy, but you can get in there. You can kind of see it. You know, you look up against the black shirt, you can see it's a dark navy blue. It's got the same, you know, laser drilled, I don't know if it's really drilled, but laser cut. Vent holes in there, no liner, really breathable. Has the nice moisture wicking band on it. Same great fabric, same great fit. I mean, it is, to me, it's a great cap. It feels cool just sitting on my head, you know, compared to some of the other hats that don't have that ventilation. Even just sitting here, and I mean, I don't think we hit the triple digits yet outside. I think we're up in the high 80s, low 90s at this point, but it's getting warmer. But man, what a great cap. I'm looking forward, like I said, I'll probably do more golfing in it than tennis, but this is something you can wear to work. Not as flashy. And there is work calling me again to try to junior assign me. See why I don't make videos? They're contacting me all the time here. So it's a busy season. But anyways, back to the hat. Yeah, so this is a great cap. I'll wear it golfing. You know, when I go golfing, visit my folks in Florida, it's a great hat for that. Great hat just for being out, you know, wandering around, going on walks. I know some folks from Boston Scally's crew walking, you know, working on, you know, getting in shape and whatever like that. And it's a great hat for that, just like a trainer series. So don't overlook it. You know, the Cool Air from Boston Scally, just don't overlook it. Don't think it's this, you know, cheap nylon, you know, mesh. It's a really nice performance cap. I think if you dismiss it, you're gonna miss out on a great cap. All right. So getting into some of the other summer caps, another new cap. The Cool Air was like brand new. I hadn't seen that one before. A few weeks prior, Boston Scally came out with another series. It's an 8-panel as well. It is called the Driver. Okay, so this one's an all-white one. Don't have a lot of these in the collection, so you know, and they only came out with 2 colors. But it's looking at, this fabric is a woven polyester. Now that being said, I don't know how well you can see. You can kind of see some light through there. There is breathability. There is no liner. I don't know. Yeah. But you can see they're much tighter. They're not like the laser cut holes in the Cool Air. More of a normal liner, doesn't have that moisture wicking liner like the Cool Air. But again, no liner at all, no graphics, no artwork. It's designed to breathe. Man, what another great fit from Boston Scally. And then you can kind of see it's a little dark with my hair in there, but another, you know, Boston Scally looking to get into some lightweight fabrics, looking to get into technology where they can offer them. I ended up buying some Kangles with the vents. Planning to, I'm going to review those at some point, but just because I was looking for more. One thing Boston Scally didn't have a lot of good vented hats for these horrible summer days in Texas. And then 2 weeks and, you know, a couple weeks, they put out a bunch of them. And, you know, this is a great cap. It's white, so I'm, you know, a little worried about how dirty it's going to get, but it feels, like I said, that polyester seems pretty easy to clean. Doesn't seem like it's going to be, you know, retain a lot of stain or sweat marks or anything like that. But that remains to be seen. But, and you can see, I mean, it really goes good even with my Bruin shirt here. Nice cap. Feels very old vented. Maybe not as much as the Cool Air, but definitely something you could check out. Definitely going to be wearing this on a golf course at some point when I go visit my folks down in Florida again, because This is exactly the type of cap I'm looking for when I'm out there in the heat and humidity. So again, another cap probably you want to give a shot. You live in a warmer climate, the driver. And the next one is also the driver. This same cap, just in black, the same woven polyester. And see, kind of shiny off the lights here. Look at that fabric. It's really hard. Like I said, I can see through this no problem, but it's a really tight weave. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see me in through there. You can kind of see the hole a little bit better in the black than you could in the white because I have a white background here. But yeah, so it's very breathable. No liner, just like the Trainer series. Same color brim as the rest of it, same material. Same great fit. Another great Boston Scally, you know, the white Scally, or the white driver, the 8 panels, 2XL fit my head perfectly. Almost nothing fits better than a sailor or a captain does. Again, I just love that fabric. But anyways, another driver, this one in black, a little more versatile than the white per se. And this is why I didn't get a Cool Air in black, because I got the driver in black. And I did get these on opening day on that Friday. And they sent around a little golf tower, you know, Boston Scally likes to throw out the gifts. So a little small, nice like hand towel, but Boston Scally towel. You know, good to have in the golf cart. It's always appreciated when they throw in those little gifts on opening day. Great cap, the driver. All right, moving into some other caps. Again, you can kind of see the theme here, other than like the Hound, pretty much all lightweight, summer weight caps. We'll go into the next one here. And this is the Laser Beam, another black Scally, I know. But this has been out for a while. It was available last year. Didn't jump on it right away. And then, like I said, in my spring, this spring I started looking like, man, I'm gonna need some real lightweight caps to get through the summer. And you know, I have like the Independence is a nice lightweight cotton hat. Very similar construction as this. It's got vent holes, it's got the contrasting blue, it's got the contrasting blue button. Flip it over, just got, it is a different, you got the Laser Beam, you can kind of see where it gets its name. It's got the regular Boston Scally logo, so it's not a special edition per se, it's part of their summer collection. I have the Rocket Pop, almost identical to the Rocket Pop, except the colors. Put it on the head. Another great fitting, a lightweight. Like I said, it feels, if you have the Independence or the Rocket Pop, like I said, it's identical to the Rocket Pop, very similar to the Independence series. It does have the lightweight liner in there, so it is still breathable, but maybe not as breathable as the Independence. But it's another lightweight cap. It's great. It's black, goes with anything. You do have, again, those Laser Beam callouts. You know, I think they could have thrown a 15 in there. The Laser Beam, Dustin Pedroia from the Sox, but, you know, that was his nickname. But anyway, another great cap from Boston Scally, nice lightweight, more of the classic lightweight style with the vent holes, unlike those high performance hats we just reviewed in the driver and Cool Air. But another great cap from Boston Scally. Next one up here is one I've been trying to get for a while. I mentioned the Independence and the Independence collection. One thing they did have in that collection that I was unable to get my hands on was the Declaration. These sold out pretty quickly. They came back in stock last fall. They sold out again pretty quickly before I really got into the collecting the Scallies. So when I got the Independence, I do have the Independence in navy and stealth black. I really wanted one of these. I saw some great reviews for these. It's the kind of that lightweight cotton. It has the vent holes, and the color here is a faded red. You know, some people call it pink, but it's definitely it's like a red t-shirt you've had for like 5 years, and you know, going through the wash just kind of fades out. It's a really nice color. It's different. It's not that bright red. It's a little more subtle. It's hard to get subtle with red, but it is nice. Get the contrasting with the blue button and the blue vent holes. And then you have this really nice American flag, blue, field of blue with the stars on there. Does have just the normal Boston Scally artwork, but a beautiful inside interior on this cap. Definitely a 4th of July cap. I forget what I wore on the 4th this year. I believe it might have been the Declaration, or at least on that weekend. I think I worked that whole weekend. So, but just like the Independence and just like the Laser Beam, nice lightweight, great fitting Boston Scally cap. These definitely feel light on your head, the lightweight cotton hats. I mean, not that anything's heavy, but like the walls, you can really feel them and stuff like that, even the performance hats, but these lightweight cottons just feel light on your head. So, wonderful caps. Again, I've worn it a few times. You know, some of these caps I haven't worn before. They've been sitting waiting for the review, but this one, when it came, like, yeah, it had to go right into the rotation. It's a good Red Shirt Friday hat. You know, remember, everybody deployed. You know, it's a great hat for wearing your red shirts on Fridays. Just an all in all, great all around Scally, definitely in the warmer weather. One of my favorites, even though I haven't had it that long. The Declaration. All right, whew, still got some hats to go. Next cap, another cap I didn't jump on right away. It was actually, I believe, released on another website first, the association that it's associated with's website, and then Boston Scally released it. I think it's probably been a few weeks now, but they released it as well. I guess it's kind of like, you know, I don't know what series it's technically a part of, but it is definitely something they did a collab. And this one is the Irish American Baseball Society. And you can see, for those uke fans out there, I love the uke. It is a cotton hat. It feels more like the uke than like the Declaration and the Laser Beam, very lightweight fabric. This is just a little heavier, just listed as cotton. So it's a little bit heavier fabric, but it's very similar to the uke. It may be the exact same construction as the uke. But I didn't buy it on opening day. You know, it's a hat I have. It's another black Scally, and I got a bunch of them. I'm like, this is a mix and match 3. This just came in when I bought the Cool Airs. So I was like, it's still on site, had it in my size, and I'm like, why not? And so far, I'm really digging what I get, because I do love the uke series. So you get the vent holes, you get the contrast button. This one, kind of like the uke, has the stitches in the left rear corner. This one on the back has the baseball diamond with the shamrock logo for the Irish American Baseball Society. And then you flip it up, it gets really nice. Get the green, you get the red, and then the Irish American Baseball Society logo in there. So definitely done up special for them. It's got a nice, like, white contrasting brim, almost looks like a jersey fabric. And that's what I like about the ukes. It's in, you know, just feeling it's like a t-shirt material almost. But it's a really sharp looking cap. Definitely, I do like that logo in the back, and that's probably what drove me to finally get it. The lining, like I said, looks beautiful. Probably not going to see too much of it when we put it on your head, but we put it on. Fits like a uke, looks like a uke, but it's not a uke. Pretty close though. It's definitely a baseball style. A little bit warmer than that light cotton, but it's still a lightweight cap, still has the vents. Does have a lightweight liner, so it is breathable liner. The vent holes may not work quite as well, but you know, now you put it on this with this Bruins jersey, it looks great. You know, the colors just match them perfectly. So I guess I could wear this, you know, come the winter, and if I wear Bruins gear into work or something like that, just nicely flows into that, but it is a great hat. I'm glad I got it. Again, didn't do opening day. I don't know if they have a pin. I think they did, but I don't have it because those, opening day pins go quick. But all in all, just a very nice cap. Really like it. Glad I got it. Irish American Baseball Society. All right, I got another Mix and Match 3 hat here. Looking for lightweight hats, like I said, and wasn't really know if I was ever going to get one of these, but this one is called the Stand. So again, it's designed like part of the summer series, like kind of like the Laser Beam and the Rocket Pop. This one is a lightweight cotton, so again, very similar. This is actually called a Garden Fresh plaid. It's almost like a gray and blue plaid. It's kind of hard to really see, but it's darker plaid. It's a little, some of the other ones were pretty bright. That kind of drove me away from them. But this one is pretty nice plaid. You can see it's still been sitting in a box, kind of wrinkly. It does have a liner, doesn't have the vents, but does have its own stand. The stand custom artwork. Does have the liner, like I said. Goes on the head real nice. Beautiful cap. Like I said, I probably wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't for Mix and Match 3, but it's a nice change of pace. It's probably a good 3 season. I probably wouldn't wear it in the winter. It's probably light enough not to do that, but a good 3 season cap. Fairly lightweight. You can probably get through the summer with this. And I said it's just a little different. You got that plaid. I do a lot of solid colors, so just something to kind of change the look. Nice cap. They do have other colorways if you want to go bright, but this one would probably suffice for me. The Stand from BSCALLY. All right, and then this was an unexpected. This is one of the reasons the videos get delayed. I was ready to do one, and then I saw this get released, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta have it. So we got another summer Peaky. This one is the Midnight Summer Peaky. So it's a brand new release from them. They hadn't come out. It's not like a seasonal cap. Maybe it will become one. But the Midnight Summer Peaky, it's a navy plaid. You can definitely catch the drift there, but it's a navy plaid. It is 70% poly, 30% rayon, so that lighter weight fabric. No vent holes. Now it did come with a pin, and this one actually glows in the dark. So I don't see if we can zoom in for you, but the Midnight Summer Peaky. It's got a liner, the same artwork that you just saw on the pin. BSCALLY come in and Summer Peaky. Another of my favorites, the nice contrasting brim, kind of a lighter blue, almost Carolina blue, or aqua. I mean, not Carolina blue, a little bit more green in it than a Carolina blue, but a really nice contrasting brim. Fits great. Feels nice and light on the head. The poly rayon blend, so it's definitely going to be a summer cap for you. I saw this and I'm like, yeah, I got to get it. It's just one of those ones. Sometimes when you know, and I saw this and I knew. Had to get it. So it is a beautiful cap. I haven't worn it yet because it's been sitting waiting for review. It hasn't been out that long. But man, what a wonderful cap. Another lightweight BSCALLY to get me through my Texas summers here. Looks really sharp. Definitely, from a distance, don't realize, look at the plaid, but as you get a little bit closer, it's kind of hiding things, kind of like a midnight sky. So, the Midnight Summer Peaky from BSCALLY. It's going to become a favorite, I can tell already. All right, we got down to our last two, and last two each came with a gift, so we'll go through that as well. Boom. There you got a nice, they call them a dust bag, but a nice bag. And as you can tell by the artwork, we're going to be reviewing the Jake. So this is a firefighter inspired cap, and I know we have some firefighters in our Boston Scally crew on Facebook. But nice looking cap. It's a gray. Cotton, very similar, like I said, the uke. So we're talking about the Irish American Baseball Society, and you can almost feel it. It looks like almost like a jersey. It almost looks like a t-shirt material, but it's a cotton. So it's a gray cap, like a gray t-shirt material cap. Got a nice contrasting vent holes, keeping you cool. You got the contrasting button. It does have it had a couple pins. This is the pin I chose. Kind of the original artwork. They also have a key pin available, or was available when it released. But then they also have the embroidered in key, and that's kind of the whole story Boston Scally released on that. Why it's called the Jake. It all goes back to that key. Let's go on that a little bit more as we show you the inside. You have that same. Now we have this bright red and bright yellow with the Jake logo and that key again. Pretty nice looking cap. A little more understated on the outside. You open it up, it gets pretty bright. We'll get it on the head. And man, nice red contrasting brim with the red callouts, understated, but it's still got a little style and class to it. I really like the pin. I like the whole concept, shouting out to the firefighters, pretty underappreciated members of our society. I know folks like them and all, but the work they do for us, just can't be measured. So I just want to thank all you firefighters out there for all the work that you do, and I appreciate all your efforts. But the story behind the key dates back to before radio and before obviously cell phones and wireless communication. They used to have kind of like police call box. They had fire call boxes, and there was a key, obviously, to open that. And then they had the key, almost like Morse code, through that call box. And that's how they got information back to headquarters if they were going to need more units to come out or more assistants to come out and to describe what was going on. And that's how the name came about. I guess you had good Jakey, I don't know. I think that's what they called the key, but some of those really good on the key, with their Morse code or something like that. And it came around to the Jake. So look up the story. I'm probably murdering it, but that was kind of the way I understood it. But fabulous cap, nice free gift. Not sure if they're still in stock, but I'm sure they'll come back around. Definitely one to put in the collection. The Jake. And the last one is no surprise, I know, from you folks that have watched the videos. Probably, like I said, like the Sailor, probably one of my favorite hats. One of my first Boston Scally caps was Captain. And this summer they put out a special one. And as you can see, this one came also with their dust bag or hat bag, whatever you want to call it. The Boston Scally Captain. Now this one's a little different than the rest of the captains that have been issued. This one is called the Captain Treasure Edition. And as you can see right away, we're not looking at a 1 or 2 color captain. This has 4 different panel colors. Definitely going a little bit more stylish than your traditional captains. You're not doing like the single with the call out on the brim. It's the same cotton twill material as the keeper, the sailors, and the captains. You have the 4 colors. You have the black, kind of like the black pearl black. And you have this blue, I should have brought the other captains and sailors out to match them up, but there is a captain with a very similar color, a blue there. This tan, I don't think I've seen before. Maybe not in the captain anyway. It's not the bronze rum. It's definitely more brown in it than the bronze rum. And then you have this more grayish thing, which I think I can compare it to, at least the Sailor here. See, it's a little lighter than, or very similar actually. Maybe it is the Driftwood Gray. But I have another Sailor, I think it's lighter. So you get the 4 different fabric colors, so it sets it off, you know, kind of little more stylish, little more flashy than the single colors. They did come out with special different pins. I think they had a whole collection of them. I normally do the gold skull and crossbones, but I did decide to go with the enamel special Treasure Edition one. So that one is the Captain Treasure, one of the Captain Special Edition Treasure pins. We flip it over. This is where they get a little bit more wild. They went treasure map style. So you have the traditional Captain artwork, but the Treasure Edition special in there. And the thing different with this, some of them are like, feel almost like vinyl, like but this one's like sublimated. So the folks that are more follically challenged tend to complain that some of those logos would stick to their head in hot weather. This one is actually, feels like it's sublimated in. So it feels just like the rest of the fabric. So I think for those folks that struggle with that, this should be a good logo for you. This treasure map form, and then I did to carry that over to the brim. So you do have the contrast, just not as contrasty as their normal. Captains put it on. Yeah, and it's that, same Captain 8-panel fit. That same comfortable cotton twill cap feel that you get through the Sailor, you get through the Keeper and the other Captains. Definitely, like I said, a little more flashy, a little more stylish. Can probably go with a few different colors because you got the 4 different colors in the palette. Wonderful cap. I'm glad I got it. I saw it come out. I'm like, yeah, I believe I own all the Captains except I think there's one Captain I don't have. It's the one of the green ones, the lighter one, I believe. But I have all but one of the Captains, so this one definitely was going in the collection. And yeah, definitely gonna be on the keeper list. Probably one of the ones that gets into the tighter rotation. I'll probably see the light of day more frequently than some of the others, but what a wonderful cap. So that about wraps it up. I appreciate you. I'm looking at the time. This one's going to be long, but when you save up all these caps, it does take a while to get through them all. So I do appreciate your patience. If you haven't checked, I will index it like I normally do. So if you're looking for specific caps, but I hope you enjoyed the reviews. Again, more of a summer type review, summer weight cap review, but just a good, it's basically the haul I've had for the last few months. And I do apologize for the time it took to get this out. So hopefully it won't go as far in between reviews, but I'm not, hopefully not buying as many caps as we go forward. Yeah, I think I'm coming up to my cycle where I've got into my first year of collecting the special editions. So I'm hopefully slowing down on that front because I think I'm running out of room. But anyway, I appreciate you sticking with me through this, and I hope you enjoyed the reviews. Give a shout out to the BSCALLY crew on Facebook. I enjoy interacting with them. Great place to see folks wearing BSCALLYs, and I know some of these purchase decisions were made after seeing folks, on the BSCALLY crew page wearing these caps. Like I said, the Brave probably never would have picked that up until I saw folks wearing it. So, and it's pretty good, pretty relaxed group. The really good moderated group. They don't keep folks around that are causing issues. They don't last long. It's not a buy and sell group, so you're not going to be bombarded with buy and sell requests. It's just a place for like-minded BSCALLY cap enthusiasts. Share some pictures, share some knowledge, give it a heads up, discuss the new releases and everything. So pretty friendly group. So I'd suggest signing up if that's your thing. If not, no big deal. There's plenty of other places to go to discuss Boston Scallies. So anyways, we'll wrap this up. Thank you for joining Skydog Reviews. Have a great day.